Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A person with a record of successes. If you want to be a success, you have to dress like a success. An attainment that is successful. His success in the marathon was unexpected. An event that accomplishes its intended purpose. Let's call heads a success and tails a failure. A state of prosperity or fame. He is enjoying great success. A person with a record of successes. His son would never be the achiever that his father was. A person with a record of successes. A person with a record of successes. Only winners need apply. The contestant who wins the contest. A gambler who wins a bet. A human being. There was too much for one person to do. A grammatical category used in the classification of pronouns, possessive determiners, and verb forms according to whether they indicate the speaker, the addressee, or a third party. Stop talking about yourself in the third person. A human body, usually including the clothing. A weapon was hidden on his person. Causing or capable of causing death. Mortal combat. A human being. Involving loss of divine grace or spiritual death. Subject to death. Mortal beings. Unrelenting and deadly. Mortal enemy. A human being. A human being. The immaterial part of a person, the actuating cause of an individual life. Deep feeling or emotion. A human being. A secular form of gospel that was a major black musical genre in the 1960s and 1970s. Soul was politically significant during the civil rights movement. The human embodiment of something. The soul of honor. Characteristic of or meant for a single person or thing. An individual serving. Being or characteristic of a single thing or person. Individual drops of rain. A human being. Separate and distinct from others of the same kind. Mark the individual pages. Concerning one person exclusively. We all have individual cars. A single organism. An ability that has been acquired by training. Arrival at a new stage. His attainment of puberty was delayed by malnutrition. The act of achieving an aim. The attainment of independence. An event that happens. An instance of something occurring. A disease of frequent occurrence. An event that happens. An event that happens. An event that happens. Presently occurring, either causally or incidentally. Technical terms are rarely occurrent in literature. The condition of prospering, having good fortune. The condition of prospering, having good fortune. An economic state of growth with rising profits and full employment. Of a parent or child, related by blood, genetically related. Natural parent. Unthinking, prompted by, or as if by, instinct. A cat's natural aversion to water. A notation cancelling a previous sharp or flat. Used especially of commodities, being unprocessed or manufactured using only simple or minimal processes. Natural yogurt. Being talented through inherited qualities. A natural leader. Free from artificiality. A natural reaction. Craps. A first roll of 7 or 11 that immediately wins the stake. Existing in or in conformity with nature or the observable world, neither supernatural nor magical. A perfectly natural explanation. Existing in or produced by nature, not artificial or imitation. A natural pearl. Functioning or occurring in a normal way, lacking abnormalities or deficiencies. It's the natural thing to happen. In accordance with nature, relating to or concerning nature. A very natural development. Of a musical note, being neither raised nor lowered by one chromatic semitone. A natural scale. Someone regarded as certain to succeed. He's a natural for the job. A person of great ability and ambition. A person of great ability and ambition. A rester who is sleeping. One of the cross braces that support the rails on a railway track. The British call a railroad tie a sleeper. Tropical fish that resembles a goby and rests quietly on the bottom in shallow water. A passenger car that has berths for sleeping. An unexpected achiever of success. The winner was a true sleeper, no one expected him to get it. An unexpected hit. That movie was the sleeper of the summer. A piece of furniture that can be opened up into a bed. A spy or saboteur or terrorist planted in an enemy country who lives there as a law-abiding citizen until activated by a prearranged signal. Pajamas with feet, worn by children. In an advanced stage of pregnancy. Was great with child. Of major significance or importance. A great work of art. Uppercase. Grade A. Very good. Had a great time at the party. A person who has achieved distinction and honor in some field. He is one of the greats of American music. Relatively large in size or number or extent, larger than others of its kind. A great juicy steak. Remarkable or out of the ordinary in degree or magnitude or effect. A great crisis. The leading woman in an art or profession. The wife of a chief executive. Something that exactly succeeds in achieving its goal. The new advertising campaign was a bell ringer. A person who rings church bells, as for summoning the congregation. Someone who plays musical handbells. The act of upsetting something. Cancel officially. Cause the downfall of rulers. Change radically. Turn from an upright or normal position. The big vase overturned. Rule against. Cause to overturn from an upright or normal position. An improbable and unexpected victory. Having been turned so that the bottom is no longer the bottom. The upset pitcher of milk. afflicted with or marked by anxious uneasiness or trouble or grief. Too upset to say anything. The act of upsetting something. He was badly bruised by the upset of his sled at a high speed. A physical condition in which there is a disturbance of normal functioning. Everyone gets stomach upsets from time to time. The act of disturbing the mind or body. His carelessness could have caused an ecological upset. Form metals with a swage. A tool used to thicken or spread metal, the end of a bar or a rivet, etc., by forging or hammering or swagging. Cause to overturn from an upright or normal position. Thrown into a state of disarray or confusion. With everything so upset. An improbable and unexpected victory. The biggest upset since David beat Goliath. Move deeply. This book upset me. An unhappy and worried mental state. She didn't realize the upset she caused me. Cause to lose one's composure. Defeat suddenly and unexpectedly. The foreign team upset the local team. Disturb the balance or stability of. The hostile talks upset the peaceful relations between the two countries. Mildly physically distressed. An upset stomach. Used of an unexpected defeat of a team favored to win. The Bills' upset victory over the Houston Oilers. Drive something violently into a location. A conspicuous success. A gentle blow. A score in 10 pins, knocking down all 10 with the first ball. He finished with 3 strikes in the 10th frame. Make a strategic, offensive, assault against an enemy, opponent, or a target. We must strike the enemy's oil fields. Affect or afflict suddenly, usually adversely. Touch or seem as if touching visually or audibly. Find unexpectedly. Remove by erasing or crossing out or as if by drawing a line. Please strike this remark from the record. Cause to experience suddenly. Have an emotional or cognitive impact upon. Form by stamping, punching, or printing. Strike coins. Smooth with a strickle. A group's refusal to work in protest against low pay or bad work conditions. The strike lasted more than a month before it was settled. Stop work in order to press demands. Produce by manipulating keys or strings of musical instruments. The pianist strikes a middle C. Occupy or take on. Strike a pose. Hit against. Come into sudden contact with. Attain. An attack that is intended to seize or inflict damage on or destroy an objective. The strike was scheduled to begin at dawn. Arrive at after reckoning, deliberating, and weighing. Strike a balance. Baseball. A pitch that the batter swings it and misses, or that the batter hits into foul territory, or that the batter does not swing it but the umpire judges to be in the area over home plate and between the batter's knees and shoulders. This pitcher throws more strikes than balls. Cause to form, an electric arc, between electrodes of an arc lamp. Strike an arc. Deliver a sharp blow, as with the hand, fist, or weapon. The opponent refused to strike. Disassemble a temporary structure, such as a tent or a theatrical set. After the show, we'll have to strike the set and pack up. Indicate a certain time by striking. Pierce with force. Produce by ignition or a blow. Strike fire from the flintstone. Something that exactly succeeds in achieving its goal. Scored a bull's eye. The center of a target. In target shooting, a score made by hitting the center of the target. An act of winning the love or sexual favor of someone. The act of conquering. Success in mastering something difficult. The conquest of space. A sudden and decisive change of government illegally or by force. A brilliant and notable success. A statement that solves a problem or explains how to solve the problem. They were trying to find a peaceful solution. The set of values that give a true statement when substituted into an equation. A homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, frequently, but not necessarily, a liquid solution. He used a solution of peroxide and water. A method for solving a problem. The easy solution is to look it up in the handbook. The successful action of solving a problem. The solution took 3 hours.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.